Hello students. In the previous lecture, we have seen the object-oriented methodologies. There are three different techniques. First one is the Rumbach, second one is the Buch, and third one is the Jacobson's. We have already seen the Rumbach, that is the OMT, object modeling technique, and the Buch methodology. In the OMT, there are four phases are there. First one is analysis, system design, object design, and implementation. The details we have already learned in the previous lecture. And Buch methodology. In the Buch methodology, there are main techniques are macro development process and micro development process. The major difference is what or how we can remember the Buch methodology. In case of macro, it controls the micro process, and micro process development process means what? It is the everyday, or it considers the everyday activities. Okay. Now we have to move towards the Jacobson's methodology. Okay. So what is the main motive behind the Jacobson methodology, or how we can differentiate it between the Buch and Rumbach, that is the OMT. Okay. It mainly considers the object-oriented business engineering and object-oriented software engineering, that is OOBE and OOSE. It covers the entire life cycle and traceability between the different phases. Okay. This is nothing but the Jacobson's methodology. Use case concept is at the heart of Jacobson methodologies, which evolve with objective. That means what? Whatever the kinds of use case diagrams comes under the Jacobson methodologies. Okay. Use cases map the system requirement and provide interaction system and users. It captures user goal and system responsibilities. That means what? Whatever the flow of the concepts are given, that mainly captured in the use cases. Use cases are scenarios for understanding system requirements. A use case is an interaction between users and a system. For that purpose, we need the different kinds of actors. The use case model captures the goal of the user and the responsibility of the system to its user. I already told you before. Next phases are the whatever it may be, the use case description must contain how and when the use case begins and end. Whatever the interaction between the use case and its actors, including when the interaction occurs and what is exchanged. Means whatever the interaction takes place between the actors and what kind of information get exchanged, that need to be specified. For that purpose, we need the use cases. How and when the use case will store the data in the system. Exceptions to the flow of events. You might get clear whatever the concept of use case when we'll actually draw the use case diagram. See, this is the one kind of use case system we know how the library execution get done. That is nothing but the first is the member and the one is the supplier. That means what? These are the two main actors, member and the supplier. Okay, this is supplier and this one is the member. What we can call it is member and the supplier, and this is the these are the different use cases that need to be drawn. First is member. What you do? Check out the books, getting interlibrary loan. That means whatever the books we are taking, doing research. Most of the students are sitting inside the library for the research purpose. That means what? Whatever the reference books that need to be collected on for the purpose of research, they need the reference books. Then whatever the reading books, newspaper reading, these are the main activities done by the member. And what is the function performed by the supplier? That is the purchasing supplies. Okay, these are the two main actors. These are the two main actors for the library use case. Okay. Then next is the object oriented software engineering. As I already told you, object oriented business engineering and object oriented software engineering are the Jacobson methodologies, which stress forward and backward traceability between different phases. Okay. First one is the object oriented software engineering, object tree. Object oriented software engineering, also called object tree, is a method of object oriented development with the specific aim to fit the development of large real-time system. Next one is the object tree is built around the several different models. Which are those models then? First one obviously use case. Second one is the domain object model. Third one is the analysis object model, or we can say it is implementation model. And last one is the test model. These are the main, what we can say. This is nothing but the object oriented software engineering. The second methodology is what? Object oriented business engineering, because it mainly consists of OOBE and OOSE. Now we have to see object oriented business engineering. It is nothing but the object modeling at the enterprise level. Use cases again are the central vehicle for modeling, providing traceability throughout the software engineering process. Then this is how the Jacobson methodologies get used. This is the one of the use case model. How it is, these are the different models. First one is the domain object model, analysis model, design model, implementation model and testing model. Because this is mainly consists what we can say, object oriented business engineering mainly consists of domain object model, analysis model, design model, implementation model and testing model. Okay, this is main whatever the things get expressed. Analysis model means how it is structured. Design model means whatever the designing get done, means we can say realization. And the implementation means whatever the implementation part comes inside the implementation model. And testing model, obviously whatever the testing get done, that is tested in. Next is the object oriented business engineering consists of analysis phase, design, implementation and the testing phase. You have to remember these four main phases, or whatever this object oriented business engineering consists of four main phases. This is the three-layer architecture. Here it is access layer, business layer and the view layer. Now you got the concept of object oriented methodology. It consists of mainly three techniques. First is the Rumbach, that is object, what it is? Object modeling technique. Second one is the Booch methodology and third one is the Jacobson. Okay. Now we'll just summarize the different techniques. What we learned? We looked at current trends in object oriented methodologies which have been toward combining the best aspects of today's most popular method. I already told you that is the main idea behind the object oriented methodologies. Whatever the best aspect that need to be implemented. Okay. Next one is the each method has its strengths. Rumbach have a strong method for producing object model. Jacobson have a strong method for producing user driven requirement and object oriented analysis model. As it consists of two methodologies, you already know, object oriented business engineering and object oriented software engineering. That's why it is user driven requirement and object oriented analysis models. Third one is the Booch has a strong method for producing detailed object oriented design models. Then each method has weakness too. As it having this strength means what? It has some weakness too. While OMT has a strong method for modeling the problem domain, OMT models cannot fully express the requirement. It cannot specify the requirement. Jacobson, although covering a fairly wide range of the life cycle, does not treat object-oriented design to the same level as the Buch methodology, who focuses almost entirely on design, not the analysis. Thank you. You might get the concept of object-oriented methodology. Kindly go through the video and just do an assignment. Differentiate between these three methodologies and submit it through the Google Classroom. Thank you. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. Take care.